Perfect. Okay, will you share your screen? Or I will do that.
Uh, yeah, I think. Or we can just share the responsibility today, just to help me a bit to adjust to this new thing, and maybe next time I will be able to completely take over because
Okay,
my connection is pretty bad today, so that's why I'm
okay.
not turning on my camera, because I believe that this will drop everything out. Yeah. So
But still, for Maria and for Katerina, I just want to explain. So I believe that Maria, you are the first time with us. Oh,
Yes, I'm first
yes.
time.
Okay, so perfect. Like currently, we had like by this time we had 2 sessions. So we managed to discuss only 6 laws. But still, like we are not in rush with this book, so we are trying to enjoy a discussion. So and what we usually have here. So I'm trying to prepare slides with some quotes from this book. So, and even if you haven't read it yet, so maybe you just have some understanding about that book. But still, if you haven't read it, it's not a problem at all, because we are trying to read some quotes from chapters, and then we have some time for discussion. So there
Sounds
is
good
why.
for me.
Yeah, so and we have no rules, special rules, I would say. Um, for this conversation, it means like you shouldn't raise your hand, for example. You should just unmute yourself, and in case you wanna, I don't know, share your opinion, go ahead. So also. Yes, if you wanna prepare some quotes from your side, so feel free, because in the description of the event we have link to the presentation, and it's like edit mode. So you can just in advance open this presentation and just put your quotes. For all future events and such book clubs calls, I want to ask you to help me with I don't know, like facilitating this event, just in order to involve you also into this I don't know, like you already involved into this discussion, but still like maybe also just in this management process, I can prepare slides in advance for you, but still to read and to I don't know, ask other colleagues about their opinion.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so today's session, we start with law 7. If it's possible, please turn on your cameras. If you can't, it's not a problem. But still, okay, law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Let me open my um book also, and let's start. Here is it. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own causes. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten, and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. I wasn't able to put here a story about Tesla and Edison, but still, like it's the brilliant explanation of this law. If you read it, so I can just in several words describe the situation. So we had two great inventors, so Tesla and Edison, but the difference, and they just lived in the same time. So the difference was that Tesla preferred to do everything by himself. So he had his ideas. He tried to make all experiments by himself. So and I can't say that he was I don't know, selfish or something like that. But still, so he didn't want to highlight some, I don't know, results he achieved. So all the time he just walked, I don't know, like introvert. So just single without anyone. So and he wasn't like so um, recognizable. So Edison, on contrary, he was. A great leader, just besides of the moment he was like a good adventure, but still, so he had great ideas. So he tried to find people who could help him to conduct some experiments, for example, to check results. Then he just tried to promote and highlight these results in all newspapers, radio, and so on, so on, so on. So like all the time, he just did everything for just spreading information about the results and experiments. So like his recognition was a bit higher. So and some keys to power that we have about this particular law. Uh, there are those who live by hunting and killing, and there are also this number of uh, creatures who live off the hunting of others. Once you have established the power-based, become a vulture yourself and save yourself a lot of time and energy. Learn to get others to do the work for you while you take the credit. Find people with the skills and creativity you lack. So what else we have here? We all know how few of today's politicians write their own speeches. Other people do their work. They take credit. The inside of this is that it's a kind of power that is available to everyone. As Bismarck once said, fools says that they learn by experience. I prefer to profit by others' experience. And reversal, if your power is not firmly enough established, you will seem to be pushing people out of the limelight. That's all about this law. So about my thoughts, I made some notes, and I had three like maybe main things to highlight. The first one is that, like for me, current version of this law is about delegation and teamwork, so that there are a lot of people with necessary skills, and we just can find these people and I don't know, like motivate, engage. In the projects we are working on. The second point here is like it's unlikely that anyone in the modern world is so stupid as to think that Musk, for example, Elon Musk, built and launched the rocket by himself. Of course, no. And even for him, such thoughts can bring any value just because people would expect more from his side. So and here is the last point, the last thought that it's much more better to show that you are a great leader and you can manage people, you can inspire people, you can motivate them. So, and just get some masterpiece together. So it's like from my side. Any thoughts from your side?
Just in
I think
practice, it could be hard. In theory, it sounds great. In practice, when you ask somebody to do something for you, and then you are responsible actually for outcomes, and like the issue how to manage people to bring good results and not to return after. That's what do you think about all this point and this side of
So,
all
it's like for me, it's not a big problem to motivate people if I personally believe in what I'm doing. So it means that, like, if I see some benefits for particular outcomes, so of particular process, for example, so and I can just prove people this, so it can just motivate them also to work on particular things. So. But still, sometimes it also depends on motivation of people. So some people can be just inspired with some ideas, and they don't need anything else. Some people are motivated by money, for example, with money. So, and nothing else will work for them. So it depends on a lot of different points.
So you mean just to find the proper motivation for that people?
Yeah, but it
I,
would be better to say that, yes.
I
Yeah,
think it's not
makes sense.
only about motivation. It's like we have to like separate the whites from the yolks, because if we I liked the example with Elon Musk on the beginning, and it makes perfect sense because Elon is mostly responsible for broadcasting the idea and the invention, like Edison did with Tesla. Because you have mentioned yourself that Tesla was this introvert that wasn't able like to confidently advertise his invention or something like that, and Edison did that for him. And eventually he took the credit, and he took the credit mostly not for inventing something, but for broadcasting everything like around. Eventually, Musk does the same job, so he did not like figure the Tesla himself. He did not like collected it from multiple pieces, but he took the credit for like making it public and making it very, very widespread. And in team, sometimes this kind of action may be treated like hostile, I guess, because like if you are like I don't know a middle and you're in team with a senior, and senior like takes credit for your work all the time without like promoting you, or without how's it called, recognize, yeah, recognizing your effort and emphasizing that you did a great job, and like providing some kind of data or a like presentation or something like that. So eventually it results in like person leaving. He or she may resign because this kind of attitude is like it's not right, I guess. But motivating, like the leader can take a credit for motivating people. But from what I have experienced, like in couple of different work places, is when senior takes like takes credit for your job, it will not result in anything good. So that's from my personal experience. Like in a work area, it can be like if eventually it's like presented as a team effort, like we motivate each other, we did a great job. So this is like this is the reason it happened is because all of us like contributed into this, I guess.
And
Yeah.
just maybe I want to add some things that we have like a different approach. And sometimes we can be managers, sometimes we can be leaders, sometimes we can be coordinators. So, and the difference is like, for example, leaders or coordinators, they can be also involved into the process, like into this work. So managers, they just manage everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in most cases, these three roles are more visible to all other audience. So they are like I don't know, like seems like owners of the results. And in most cases, so it's just crucial to highlight that you are working with a team. Just provide recognition to this team, because sometimes managers they can come to big bosses and just said, "So I did everything." So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the problem so that like motivation of people who are working in the team with this manager, so they did everything, so he managed, so and his responsibility was just to manage. There is why like I it's not like something against this law, it's like one, I don't know, additional thought that can be in mind of a person who will follow this law, I would say.
I would like to add here as well that we can interpret this law as a note for ourselves, so that we should concentrate on our major skills in what is something that we do really really good, and in some areas where we are not experts, it's better to delegate, it's better not to reinvent a wheel once again, but probably use some information, use some sources, some knowledge, people, and other tools, so that to get it. And yeah, while you'll be concentrating on something that you do really good, same as you mentioned about the Elon Musk.
It's a good point, and just like in cases when you can just delegate everything, and you're fully sure that this person or team are professionals, so and you can trust to their work, so it's okay. But in case you, for example, like a manager, and so I don't know, you should have understanding about what should be the quality of the results, so what should be the process. Otherwise these people can just I don't know, say you everything, and finally you will get something unexpected. So I mean, like based on my own experience, I'm for example, be with very big experience, but still last maybe year and a half, I was without any hands-on experience as BA. So, and currently, as I am leading BA practice, and I'm like involved into some management processes, I should make some decisions, and it's sometimes a bit difficult to make these decisions without any understanding of, not like any understanding, but with not updated understanding of the job of BA. So that is why I decided, so now I should update my skills. So and currently I'm doing that. But still, so the point here is like we should fully understand and clarify in the very beginning what we expect towards these people who are assigned to particular tasks.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
also what kind of recognition they will receive in the end. Because
Yeah.
like it's I don't know, maybe some of you are familiar a quote, работать в топку. It means that you are actually working in vain. So you are investing your time, your effort, and in the end, someone will say that that was all me, and you are not even there. So not really pleasant, but yeah, it should be always like, yeah. And it also like it says in the reversal that if your power is not firm, you will look like you're stealing someone's limelight. This is also the perfect thing to say, because you will look like you like taking somebody's job, and that will not be good for their reputation.
Yes, fully sure. And I also just faced with such cases when I had not managers, but just people who, for some reasons, were like, um, I don't know, like put it on position of the manager for a particular group. So, and we did almost everything, not almost, we did everything. And just the person who was like on this manager's management position, so finally he just said, so it's a result of mine. So, and also good point here, so in advance to discuss this motivation and recognition that will be get in the very end. Okay, let's move on. Or any other thoughts, because like it's very cool law, to be honest. I like it because it's not something against of my I don't know, kindness, or I don't know, like being a human. So it's something that can really be used. But still, okay, let's move on. Law 8. Maybe someone else wanna read, or it's okay for you just to listen to me.
I think you can proceed just in case you want to hand
Okay,
over it. We can hand over. Yeah, okay.
I'm not the best reader, but still okay. Law 8. Make others people come to you, use bait if necessary. Okay. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It's always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. Okay. Um, So let's move on. So here I have a quote. When I have laid a bit for deers, you don't shoot at the first door that comes to sniff, but wait until the whole herd has gathered round. It's a good point here. Just we should like wait for best moment, I would say. So keys to power. Remember, the essence of power is the ability to keep the initiative, to get others to react to your moves, to keep your opponent and those around you on the defensive. When you make other people come to you, you suddenly become the one controlling the situation. You yourself must learn to master your emotions and never to be influenced by anger. Meanwhile, however, you must play on people's natural tendency to react angrily when pushed and baited. What else we have here? In the long run, the ability to make other come to you is a weapon far more powerful than any tool of aggression. Manipulation is a dangerous game. Once someone suspects he's being manipulated, it becomes harder and harder to control him. But when you make your opponent come to you, you create the illusion that he is controlling the situation. And I decided just to put here a small example about pickpockets. So just take a minute to read it. Is it done,
Yes.
Yes.
Yaroslava?
Yeah, yeah. I thought my mic was on. It tried to be off.
Okay. So, reversal. Although it's generally the whisper policy to make other exiles themselves chasing you, there are opposite cases where striking suddenly and aggressively at the enemy, so demoralize him that his energy is sick. Instead of making others come to you, you go to them, force the issue, take the lead. This tactic is observed of waiting and baiting, but it serves the same function. You make your enemy respond on your term. Any comments here? Just because from my side, I can say that yes, I agree maybe fully with the law. So it's difficult to, I don't know, to just implement it in practice just because of emotions. Maybe it's a bit difficult to control them. But still, like being the one who will manage the whole game or the whole battle. So that's cool to be in such position. Any comments
I
here?
think when I read the law, I remembered the analogy with the chess. So, if you like attacking like the antagonist figure, for example, if you are like if you are a tower and you are attacking a tower, if you go to the straight position when the other tower can hit you, you are both exposing yourself and threatening that if that tower will not kill you, you will kill it. So it's impossible baiting someone without being exposed yourself, because it's like when you are asking a person to come to you, it means that you are like giving out the one privilege, the one like leverage you had over. So I think it's very dangerous, I guess. But like in the book, it was the example with Napoleon when he like reacted to the situation and eventually he gathered an army. He failed, but he could have won. So I have no idea what would happen if he did. But it's a very dangerous game. So it the whole book like gives us countless examples of like this dangerous stuff that we should or should not do. Depends on our goals, as it was mentioned at the beginning, but it's a very dangerous thing. I think it's the most dangerous that I have read in this particular book.
Yes, and just when you just shared your examples, I thought like about this particular law that we should fully understand the difference between, I don't know, like real battle when we should be in such positions, also like how we should behave ourselves with, I don't know, our teams or our managers, or how we should behave ourselves in personal life. Just because, for example, in personal life, if all the time you will, I don't know, like manage this game and will like make people come to you just or ask you to do something. So what you can just achieve, I believe that nothing good in personal life. I mean, like in family, in some love relationships. So it's mostly about equality. That we are all equal. So we are on the same positions, on the same level. So there is why it's like super dangerous, I would say. Speaking about like professional life, um, you should fully understand and see this or have this helicopter view so of the whole situation in order to understand so what should be the strategy and what should be uh, your next tactical step. So how should you behave yourself? Because like I don't know, even managers. So we have our first law that never outshine the master. So if all the time your manager will I don't know, should like come to you and ask about something, request. So I believe we can't manage his emotions, and it's something unexpected how this person can just feel about such situations. So there is why, yes, it's a bit dangerous.
I see this law from a bit different angle, honestly. Um, how I see it is that when you are in your home or in your office, right, it means that you feel more confident, you know everything about it, and you feel more powerful. And if anyone comes to your place, you already have this privilege above the person who came to you. That's why, like, most likely you will win in some negotiations or in some situations, and vice versa. When you have to go to another office to work with the clients, you're in a bit vulnerable position because you don't know how the equipment properly work there, for example, right? Or where to find something. Already you have some level of stress.
You know, we have such explanation of this law inside, but it's like one of several others. So there is why you're fully right about that. So of course, just playing on our own territory. So it's I don't know more beneficial for us, and we like more relaxed. We understand everything. We know our environment, but like the whole law is about not just this particular case, but about all others. So and all others. So as we just discussed, so we can face with unexpected reaction of people who are in front of us.
And the fact that you know it's your home and you feel confident there, it doesn't mean that your opponent doesn't know that fact. And like you cannot predict what kind of actions that person will take because you are in a position, you're in a calm position. So you have like this a strong posture, you are like on your ground and something like that. And that person is going to the corner, right? So he is basically, he understands that he comes to you and you have debate, and he's coming for you for a reason, because if there were like no reason, he would like sit home. I would say so. So he is, if you remember Tom and Jerry, like cartoon, this whole thing, when someone is at the corner, like the Jerry Mouse, he will not like resist and he will not fight back. And Tom was running to that corner to like get rid of Jerry, but instead Jerry kicked his ass. I'm sorry for this metaphor, but yeah. So you know that you are at home, but your enemy or your opponent knows that as well. So you are basically exposing yourself there if you're luring somebody to it. So you have to be very, very sure that nothing goes wrong, like from their side when you're inviting someone over. Well, I mean metaphorically, or or not. There are different situations. When you're, for example, inviting your mother-in-law for a dinner, you know this like this will not end good, but you're inviting her and she has the possibility to ruin everything, like despite she's coming to your home. Yeah, I'm sorry if someone is a mother-in-law among the audience and I have accidentally offended somebody. I did not mean to. Yep.
Okay, any other thoughts? Is this law difficult for you? I mean, for understanding or just, I don't know, like matching with real life?
Maybe matching with real life. Yeah, because all situation, it was point about having a helicopter view to react properly. It's what I'm totally. I think the same in the same way that to choose strategy, you need to be more aware to have this helicopter view.
Okay. Moving on. I believe yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So law 9. Um, win through your actions, never through argument. So let me open my page. Here is it. Any momentary triumphs, sorry, any momentary triumph you think you have gained through argument is really a terrific victory. The resistant, the resistment, and will you strip up is stronger and last longer than any momentary chance change of opinion. It's much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Okay, what we have here. It's not simply a question of avoiding an argument with those who stand above you. We all believe we are masters in the realm of opinions and reasoning. You must be careful, then learn to demonstrate the correctness of your ideas indirectly. Weeks later, so it was like a story about Michelangelo. So you can just read it because I'm not sure I should read it by myself. Just take a minute, please. Is it done?
Yep.
Girls, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So keys to power. Understand these words are a dime of a dozen. Action and demonstration are much more powerful and meaningful. As Baltazar Gratian remarks, the truth is generally seen, rarely heard. The power of demonstrating your idea is that your opponents don't get defensive and therefore more open to pursue. I can't read it.
Persuasion.
Yeah, thanks. Making them literally and physically feel your meaning is infinitely more powerful than argument. And one more quote, never argue. In society, nothing must be discussed, give only results. Controversial verbal arguments has one vital use in the realm of power to distract and cover your tracks when you are practicing deception or caught in a lie. And one more thing that in this particular chapter, I didn't manage to put the story about Vizir, but the story was about a person who served to a big, I don't know who it was, like a king, and he was full of this king, but still like, and he did everything, but still there were a lot of people who didn't like, and they just I don't know, spread some gossips that he is not so sincere with this king, and this king just decided to kill him, but still this vizier asked about 10 days just for just to delay like this date for 10 days, and during these 10 days he decided to spend with the animals who just in 10 days should like kill him, and during these 10 days he just gave some meal to them, he tried to be kind, play with them, so in the day when like everything should happen, so he was put on prison, and then these animals were also in this room, so they just come to them, so as I remember, so it was dog, yeah, so he was like not so aggressive with this vizier, so and this dog didn't kill him, so that is why, like, after that king just was surprised, so what's going on, and vizier just said, so you know, King, I just have spent mm, 10 days with this animal, and I was kind, I was now honest, sincere with it, so I just tried to help it. So that is why he loves me right now, so, and doesn't want to kill. But still, you did, on contrary, other things. So, and after that, so this king decided to keep him alive, and the story is mostly like that we should uh, like show through some actions how it can be, so like what's the real value of our presence and something like that. So I also liked this story. So speaking about some thoughts about Michelangelo, so I also liked this example, but for me it seems like I don't know, like he had waterfall approach, and of course, in the very end, he could prove. I don't know, like how brilliant his work was. And of course, we can just explain like the whole results we have. For example, especially like as we are working in projects, and if we have waterfall approach, but still only in case we haven't failed. Like during this project, during this process of implementation. So that is why, like nowadays, we have agile approach. So all the time we should be in contact with our um, clients, customers, just showing them results and asking about their opinion or expectations, stuff like that, or checking metrics that everything goes well. But still, like from my personal side, I can just say that. I agree with the law itself, but still I understand that sometimes people are blind, and we should, from time to time, just highlight some particular moments, and besides of our actions, we should provide some explanation verbal explanation. So, like, because we are all different, someone can I don't know, like see some moments and make some conclusions, but someone can just miss it. So that is why we should like pay attention twice or even several times to these people. Or just for example, working on our projects in the company, from time to time we should make sense like a summary of what was done. So maybe it also just can help um, besides just showing our actions that like can be like cool result and prove justification for our client about all the process. So also we should provide some kind of explanation, but still the whole law, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can also just point out two small points. First one is our parents are very good at this law because, like, remember how many times have you heard, like, don't touch that because it will burn you, or don't go there because you will fall and you will hit your, I don't know, knee or something like that, or don't jump so high because you can fall. So nobody believes that until somebody actually falls or burns or like crashes something or breaks something. So parents are very good at this law, I guess. And the other point is like about projects. It's not necessarily like I took a small course yesterday on Agile, this introduction, and they mentioned building a car as a concept for like comparing waterfall and agile. So sometimes artists are not that agile, I guess, because maybe you have heard that from somebody else. Maybe your friend is an artist and they actually don't like somebody to see the like not finished result. They want somebody to see the whole picture or the statue itself or something like that. But it's not applicable to everything, but yeah, Michelangelo should have like discussed all the like aesthetic principles with the patron, and the most important thing that the patron or Michelangelo could choose a person to depict the statue from. So some kind of like a boy or a woman or a girl, something like that. So it will be easier to have the reference, like for starters, I guess. Yeah. Maybe somebody has a different opinion.
Maybe not the difference, but now that like we have just discussed, as I understood, 2 points, like when we are only arguing and when we are only showing like our version. But for me, it should be like a complex decision because it is always very difficult to accept a point of view that contradicts yours. And during the discussion, you shouldn't just say, "Oh, you should do." Like that. Instead of just explaining your version of the solution, maybe it's better to give an example and to offer a ready-made version of your decision. Like you should do like this, and here how we do it, because it's always easier for other person to understand when he sees the example and he understood why your point of view is different and it's better, because sometimes we just can think like other people think, and when we are discussing we could find a better solution.
To support that point, I would also add, like, maybe you have watched some of the law series or something like Suits or How to Get Away with the Murder, and in law, actually, it's a very popular thing. It's called the precedent. So if you want to win some kind of case or you are in a court and you need to, like, your lawyer needs to defend your interest, like he comes up with a precedent. So, hey, in like 1996, someone has resolved this case with the following, and our case is just the same. So please, like, release my customer, I guess.
And I just decided to check, but still, we had the fourth law about always say less than necessary. So it's nothing on contrary to our current law, but still, we discussed there, and we had a lot of thoughts that we shouldn't make our plans too transparent to others. But still, this particular law is about even just transparency, first of all, because we should show people where we are going, so what we are doing, why we are doing that, and then just explain the results. So that is why even this book, from my point of view, it contains some controversial points.
Just that every rule has specific application. I
Yes.
would say, yeah. In some cases that will work, and in some it won't.
I think that this particular law is absolutely applicable for our daily work, as we are the business analysts, right? And we need to come up with a solution. And sometimes customer, they require to implement in that particular way. However, you definitely know that it's not gonna work. But at the end, this is the customer, and our role just to highlight all the risk and impacts and dependencies, and probably even go with this solution, and to show them how it's gonna work in a good or not in a good way, so that they see it themselves.
And we should be able to show it using, I don't know, the cheapest options for the client, just otherwise it will be a big upset for him or
Yeah, true.
for the
So there
company.
is no reason to ruin the relationship with the customer, trying to convince them to use the right solution, right? Probably sometimes it's better to show them how their solution cannot work properly, so that to navigate to the right way.
Yes. And still, we have just in product management, for example, we have a lot of different options and frameworks. So how to, I don't know, check some results in the middle of the whole way. So, for example, POCs, like proof of concept, or just conducting some A/B tests that can show that now this design doesn't work, for example. So, but still, okay. Any other comments here? We have 5 minutes left. So we have one more law for today. I'm not sure we can manage to finish it. So that is why next time we will start with it. So for the next session, we'll continue with 3 more laws. And if any of you just want to, I don't know, take any law and just prepare quotes, go ahead. Just let me know. We can in advance just decide who can do something. I can prepare slides if you don't have time, for example, for just doing such a job. But still, so I believe you also want to be more involved in this discussion, and you also have quotes that, from your opinion, are worth to be discussed. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank you.
today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Inspiration and for gathering us here. Yeah, it was a pleasure again. Yeah. Okay then.
Bye
See
bye.
you next time. Bye bye.